They recently announced a cast of Yuffie's episode now called Final Fantasy VII Remake episode Intermission, so let's get odd. Posted on the Final Fantasy VII Twitter account, before you stands a rare bloom, the single white rose of Wutai, the one and only Yuffie. Voiced by Suzie Yeung, Yuffie stands as the main protagonist of Final Fantasy VII Remake episode Intermission. Suzie Yeung posted online, "Well guys, your girl finally made it to Midgar. I am sincerely humbled and honored to announce that I voiced Yuffie Kisaragi in Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade.
My name is Yuffie, materia hunter and elite special forces operative for the new Wutai government. We'll prove to our common enemy that Wutai is not to be trifled with. Members of Avalanche, we got this."
Suzie Yeung goes on to say, "Yuffie was the very first role I auditioned for and booked in LA. Quite literally, I received the audition the day after I arrived. At the time, I didn't have an agent and only a couple credits to my name. You can find her on Twitter at Suzie Yeung, and she also has a website over at SuzieYeungVO.com. Put away the claws, boss, least while we're in Shinra territory." Reintroducing Sonon Kusakabe, voiced by Aleks Lee, a warrior hailing from Wutai who trained under Yuffie's father and accompanies her during episode Intermission.
Sorry about that. Anyway, it's nice to meet you. I'm Sonon Kusakabe. Better not. After what they've done, you gotta assume Shinra's on their tail.
Aleks Lee posted, "I never prepared an announcement because I still can't believe it. I'm overjoyed to say that I voiced Sonon in Final Fantasy VII Remake. This is truly one of the greatest honors of my life. Final Fantasy is my world and I can't believe I get to voice a party member." You can find him on Twitter at AlexLeeVO and on YouTube.com/AlexLee. A Wutaian living in Midgar who acts as the point of contact between the new Wutai government and Avalanche HQ. Meet Zhijie, voiced by Griffin Puatu. Zhijie acts as a guide for Yuffie upon her arrival in Midgar in episode Intermission.
Look, a Moogle! Guys should probably get moving. Whatever it is they're planning, you're better off out of it.
You can find Griffin Puatu on Twitter at Griffin Puatu and over at griffvoices.com. Voiced by Daman Mills, Weiss is the sadistic ruler of Shinra's top-secret underground research center, Deep Ground. Out of fear, Shinra have restrained him to a throne deep within the confines of the facility, where he bides his time, waiting to exact his revenge.
Now, let the hunt begin!
Daman made a post, "Words fail to describe my gratitude. I'm crying. This was the biggest goal when I aimed to become a voice actor. I'm so honored to join the cast of Final Fantasy VII Remake as Weiss the Immaculate. Thank you for bringing me to Midgar, Square Enix." You can find Daman Mills on Twitter at Daman Mills and over on his website at DamanMillsVO.com. Out of these 4 actors that they've announced so far, I was personally unfamiliar with all 4 of them, and I actually love that. The same applied to the whole cast of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Well, there were a few exceptions. I knew of Gideon Emery as Balthier from Final Fantasy XII, Matt Jones as Badger from Breaking Bad, and John DiMaggio as Waka and Kimari from Final Fantasy X, and as Bender and other roles. But other than those few exceptions, I love that the video game industry takes chances on these huge projects with relatively new and fresh voices, and I hope that trend continues. Are you as excited as I am for these voice actor announcements? Which character from Final Fantasy VII Remake episode Intermission are you looking forward to most? Let me know down in the comments. It's hard to argue with Yuffie, but the nostalgia factor is huge. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you like this video and you want to see more Final Fantasy VII Remake content. For other videos from Odd Drummer Gaming, click or tap the screen. Stay odd and keep on playing.